So what should a family do when they can't find the right church to attend? Come here. Problem solved. No, but the reality is no, like people, I know many people, and I have had people who I felt pushed back at me. This is like Facebook friends. They pushed back, they defended their choices. They weren't attending a church because there was no good churches. And after a year and a half or 2 years of little minor pokes and prods of my posts on Facebook, and you know what, I'm thankful we're attending a church now. It doesn't have everything we wished, but we're faithfully attending a church now. And we realize we should have been. And people can't find the perfect church. And that's the reality, is you won't find a perfect church. You're not going to find a church where everything is perfect, because if you did, you'd ruin it. And that's the, old Spurgeon and other people made that joke. And if you went to the perfect church, you'd ruin it. And so, but find a church that's a good church. Find the best church you can find. And I've told people to put their money where their mouth is. Well, there is no good church. Fine, start one. I mean, if you know so well what is a good church and a bad church, and nothing can meet that standard, then obviously you're the one. You're the one. Start inviting people to your house, but fellowship. Start a church, like start inviting people. On Thursday nights, we meet at my house. We're doing a Bible study and that's how I started in Grandview. I moved to Grandview and I started a Bible study in my living room. And then there was already, this church was here and we brought our groups together. But I mean, that was my mindset. And great little saying, don't find the church that's closest to you. Find the church that's closest to the Bible. And so before I finally get to the last, which is like part B to this exact question, biblical is the most important thing when finding the right church. I will challenge everyone here and say the last thing you should leave a church over is the worship. Because a lot of people, I don't like this kind of music. I don't like that kind of music. It's too loud. It's too quiet. You know what, though? If you have a church between churches, I've seen people, I found more people my age to hang out with. We don't go to church for friends. And the music's an important thing, but that's not why we go to church. I want a church with a solid biblical belief system that is as close to the Bible as I can get. And I hope they have worship that I like. I have no problem, right? I'm a pastor, right? But imagine I wasn't. We went to a town, the best Bible teaching church only does hymns. That's fine. I like contemporary worship, but I grew up on hymns. But it's like you go to a church and I'm the only young person there. Been there, done that. My early years as a Christian, it was like me and my one friend were the only young people in the whole congregation. But we were taught the Word of God, and that was what was important to us.